Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, want to acknowledge the Akyam. We're pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and through the Spirit. I'm going to go in on the salvation of Israel, all right? And really, this is, let me see. This is the a deliverance out of Egypt, ancient Egypt, right? Because we're going to be involved in the greater deliverance out of spiritual Egypt here in Babylon, America. Gosh, let me see. So the before I start, the definition for salvation is preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. Okay. So first we'll read about, and I'm going to jump down to 26. We're going to read about the first salvation. Okay. The first deliverance, if you will. It's we'll start at 26. And this is when the Egyptians were in pursuit of the Israelites after we left Egypt, okay? And Salakia for the noise of the heathen in the background. So this is 14:26. It says, And Yahweh said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. So we had just crossed the Red Sea, an escape, right? A great escape out of Egypt. And this is where Yahweh told Moses to stretch out his hands over the sea and close the waters up on the Egyptians who were in hot pursuit. And it's the same thing that's going to happen to Esau Edom. He's going to get fucked up by the, our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, let's keep reading. 27. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And Yahweh overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. So you see that he overthrew the Egyptians when Moses had put his hand over the sea, and he commanded it, and the chariots were destroyed, flooded by the water. Verse 28. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh, meaning all the army of Pharaoh, that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the sons of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus saith Yahweh, saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw a great work which Yahweh did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared Yahweh and believed Yahweh and his servant Moses. So you see, they took that fear. They had to see that destruction of the host of Egypt, right? The army of Egypt, the army of Pharaoh. Our people are stubborn. They don't believe until they act like Esau. They need tangible evidence before they start having faith and believe in the truth. So and that day, when they saw the destruction of Pharaoh's army, then our people were, they were willing to believe. Let me see here. And it's going to happen again on the second deliverance. The salvation that we're about to have here out of America, Babylon, during the nuclear fire. Which the people shall be. It's going to be Psalms 110. Because these people, they don't believe this truth, man. It's irritating. You try to show the 2/3, because you don't know if they're 2/3 until they show their spirit. But in the beginning, you'll try to show them something. Yeah, maybe you'll show them a video of the chariots, or you show them a verse in the Bible and teach them what it really means. And then what do? They just mock, right? So you don't even want to be dealing with the heathen, dealing with the 2/3. You don't want to give your pearls to swine. But this is Psalm 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. And the dew of thy youth is this truth. And the people are going to be willing in the day of power, because when we get the spiritual power on us, and when they start witnessing the miracles and the destruction that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to perform, then you're going to have people believing and repenting. For some, it'll be too late, though. 2/3 of our people are going to still have to be part of the destruction, see? But we know we're going to go up in chariots. And we, just to give you a little sample size, we actually had a chariot visit the camp yesterday. It was Yapa. I'm going to pause this while I look for the video. Shalakia, but I'm going to pause it. So there's a little sample size of the chariot. And it was, I'm sorry for the shaky footage, but I was holding my phone up, and it's kind of hard to zoom in on it with just a phone camera. I can see it better with my eyes, bro. I know I want to do. This is the chariot that showed up at the camp yesterday. Kahala Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's always beautiful. It's always your power when the chariots show up. All right. So let me pause it again, because I just wanted to show it to you. So yeah, that's our salvation. Those are the chariots. Those are the instruments of deliverance, and also an instrument of destruction for the wicked. A deliverance for the righteous, for the for the 2/3 will be destroyed. The 1/3 will be taken up, abducted, if you will, saved in the day of Yahweh, right? And so that's what we wait on. That's what we pray on. That's what we're hoping on. Let me see here. Let me read this. 1 Corinthians 15:51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, and at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then thou shalt be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? So we're gonna get those new bodies. We're gonna change in a twinkling of an eye as we go up in the chariot. All right, it's that deliverance, that salvation. And just like in ancient Egypt, you had Yahweh through his prophet Moses. He closed up the Red Sea, and the water swallowed up the Egyptian army. Well, it's the same thing this time coming around. Yahweh's gonna mess up the army of Esau. All right. So now let's get to. Let me see. Let's see. We're gonna get changed. We're gonna get changed, and we're gonna receive that salvation, that deliverance. Our bodies will change. You go to 1 Corinthians 4:17. It says, well, let's read at 15. For this we say unto you by the word of Yahweh, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of Yahweh shall not prevent them which are asleep. For Yahweh himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahweh in the air, and so shall we be forever. So shall we ever be with Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So you see, we're going to go up into those chariots, and we're going to be, our bodies will be changed, because we're going to have them celestial bodies. We're not going to have these corrupted bodies. The celestial body is incorruptible. That's what we read about earlier. This fleshly body, carnal body, this is corruptible. This is the body that really it hinders us. It holds us back. This is why the 2/3 can't believe or receive the truth, because they're in that flesh. And that flesh prevents them from receiving the truth. That's why we tell you when our people die, they know the truth. When our people die, when they go to the spiritual realm, they understand the names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. They understand the truth. They understand that the men of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai are the prophets, that we're here. They didn't believe us while we were talking to them in the flesh, but when they die, their spirit knows the truth. It's the flesh that holds them back. Okay? I'll grab Wisdom of Solomon. And it says, and when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And so you see, this salvation is going to be strange to them, because they don't even believe in the chariots. They think it's an alien invasion. If these heathen, these 2/3, when they see a what you call a UFO, they'll come up with all kind of madness and tell you it's this, it's that. It's they'll tell you it's Kris Kringle before they admit that it's Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai's angels and the chariots coming to rescue us. So that's why it says it's so strange to them, because they're gonna be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, because it's way beyond what they're looking for, right? Because they've been taught lies. They've been taught the chariots are just aliens with green bodies, and they're the Anunnaki or whatever bullshit they can come up with. This is what they believe. But the men of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, we know exactly what it is. We know exactly what the chariots are. We know exactly our instrument of salvation. Because of the scripture, because of the Holy Spirit, we know what it is. Okay? So while these people want to sit here and call it aliens or green men or Kris Kringle or Muhammad, I even had one heathen say, oh, well, what if it's Muhammad? Like, they're ready to admit it's everything except for what it truly is, right? Because they have the strong delusion on them, right? And then let's keep reading this, because they don't believe the truth. They don't believe that the chariot is the instrument of salvation. They don't understand that. They've never been taught that. They've been taught lies, so they hang on to the lies they've been taught. Then when the truth comes out, we become their enemy, because they're envious, or they just hate the truth. They literally despise the truth, right? Verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb and a reproach. See, because when they see us going up, they're gonna be in unbelief. They're gonna be like, how is this dude getting saved and I'm not? How is this guy? This guy was, saying cuss words while he was holding the Bible on the street. This guy was arguing with everybody who was coming against him. So it's a stumbling block. They don't understand who we are. They can't receive who we are. Just like Yahweh Shai, so are his servants, the prophets. We are a stumbling block for these heathen and these 2/3. All right? Derision. See, and that's what it says right here. Whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb and a reproach. And that word derision Let me read you similar words. It means mockery, ridicule, sneers, scoffing, taunts. And you guarantee, man, you tell this truth right now to people, the 2/3, these heathen, they're going to mock you. They're going to scoff you. They're going to ridicule you. You know, they're going to treat you with contempt. They're going to tease you. That's another word. And they can't receive the knowledge. They can't receive the truth. So let's keep reading. It says in verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So that's how they look at us. They're like, this dude's a fucking joke. That's how they look at us. This dude's a joke. This guy he's lost his mind. All right. There's no way he's going to be honored in the destruction on the last day. But to their surprise, you know what I mean? They don't have the truth. We're the stumbling block. How many people did not receive Yahushua when he was on the scene? So how much more should it be that don't receive us as prophets? All right. Verse 5. How is he numbered among the sons of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? That's what they say. How in the fuck is this guy a saint? How in the fuck is this dude a child of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai? They don't believe that. They look at us, they call us bums. They call us thugs. They call us niggas, spics. Whatever negative label they could put on us, they put it on us. All right? But they don't understand how Yahweh Bashem Yahushai works. He doesn't go by outward appearance. He goes by the heart, which is the mind. And he don't give a fuck about you being nice to old people or being, taking in the poor off the street. No, the poor off the street that he's dealing with are his people who are believing his truth. The people who actually understand his true doctrine. And it starts out with his servants, the prophets. Starts out with, in this case, it starts out with our elders from Great Millstone, all the way down. The priesthood, the 144,000. All right, and we don't give a fuck if they believe us or not. It doesn't fucking matter. All right, because we know their fate. Right, we know their. Matter of fact, let's get that. I think it's Asaph that said it. Because at first maybe we had a concern for them. We had a concern for their salvation. Then when we realized what they were, then we didn't care anymore. We realized that they're set up to be this way, and they don't hear the words. So at the end of the day, it's fuck them. Just like the elders say, if a nigga can't get it, we're moving on, right? And that's exactly what we do. We don't sit here and try to force a 2/3 to believe anything, or the heathen. The heathen is a waste of time. So are the 2/3. It says right here, Psalm 73 and 15, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy sons. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Right? Because Asaph, he wrote this psalm, but he was looking at the situation. He was like, man, I'm going to offend the generation of these people. I'm going to offend this generation. Just like we do. They get offended when we tell them miracles, when we tell them truths, right? Now I'll give you the example. I tried to show Jake over here, he's a 2/3, obviously. I'm over here at the plantation, tried to show Jake a video of the chariot that we witnessed yesterday at camp. And what did he do? He scoffs and mocks, and he's like, that ain't no chariot. That's just a balloon, or that's just a. He's like, this is what his words. I can't even determine what it is, but he's willing to say it's anything else but what it actually is. All right. So this is the disbelief that we deal with our own people. But this is Asaph talking about it. He's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to offend this generation, because that's how we do. He got offended by me telling showing him a video of a chariot, they get offended. Verse 16, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. So we're past this. It's not painful for us anymore. We don't. Before, maybe we were like, oh man, I thought, you feel a little let down when you share the knowledge, you share the wisdom, share the truth. You feel a little let down, but then you realize what it is, and you're just like, fuck them. And that's the stage we're at right now. Fuck it. Shake the dust off, right? It says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, and then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou castest them down into destruction. So that's what it is. They're going to get destructive. Destruction is going to come from the Most High on them because of their lack of belief, because of their refusal to hearken, because of their rejection of knowledge and truth. They don't want to hear the truth, and that's fine, because whether they want to hear it or not, in this time, we're in the time where the prophets are going to say and speak it no matter what. All right? We're not going to stop prophesying just because you don't believe. So that's what it is, though. Let me see if I can bring out a couple more verses before I close it out. But, that's what it is. The instrument of salvation is going to be a chariot. And at the same time, Yahweh, Bahashim Yoshai, are going to put it on the armies of the heathen, and starting out with Esau. Every army, every nation is going to get destroyed until there's only one nation standing, which will be the nation of Israel with the 12 tribes. All right, let's get this real quick. And this is it right here. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the sons of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And the ones that are written in the book are going to be the ones you think are not written in the book. Because you're over here busy thinking Esau's going to get salvation. You're busy thinking all the people that are following Jesus are going to get salvation. That's why it says in Esdras, what I was reading, or I'm sorry, it wasn't Esdras, it was Wisdom of Solomon, how these people are going to be in shock to know that we're the lot of the saints. We're the lot of the prophets. We're the children of the Most High, of Yahweh. They're surprised at that. They're not expecting the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans that are teaching on the streets to be the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or as they say, the men of God. You see? How is his lot among the saints? Like they're behaving on us. How in the hell is he a saint? You see? How in the hell is he a son of God and I'm not? But guess what? We're the ones who are going to enter into the chambers while the destruction ensues. Right? Let's go with that real quick, and then I'll close out on that. I think it's Isaiah 26:20. Yes, it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as if it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpast. So that indignation is the righteous hatred, the righteous destruction that the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is going to put on the planet Earth. All right? He's going to put a lot of death. Only the ones written in the book, which are the prophets, and the people that listen to his prophets and receive and believe the knowledge and the truth. And it says, come, my people, enter then to thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. And it's talking about that, what you call a UFO, the chariot, all right? Those are the chambers, the doors that are going to be shut. Those are the chambers we're going to be inside, as if it for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. Meaning we're going to wait in that chariot until the destruction is done. While America is being destroyed, we'll be in that chariot safe and sound, okay? If you're of the elect. All right. So here's the chariot. It's a little bit shaky on the camera. That was me. My bad. But these people are not going to be taken up in these chariots. These are going to be a plague to them, and they're going to be a instrument of salvation for the elect, for the, starting out with the Lord's prophets. All right. This is the chariot that showed up at our camp yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and close out on that. All right, I'm going to close out on that. That's the chariot that showed up at our camp yesterday. I want to give all praise and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, or Kakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching the truth. Also, when I acknowledge the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.